All right, everybody's heard or played or seen the game of baseball before, but out of those many people, how many actually know what's in a baseball? So today we're going to talk about how they're made. So a little bit about the history of baseball. I got this from history.com, and one of the very first games played was from a club team in New York, and it was under modern rules. And under modern rules, it was in the time period of the Civil War. So back before then, baseball was played just informally and made up rules. One of the most famous players, everybody probably knows him, is Babe Ruth. He even has a candy bar named after him. So the process of a baseball, it has a lot of steps to it. Step one. So you can either cut out a sphere of cork, which is probably really hard to do. It's extremely hard to do. So they usually have a pre-cut sphere made out for you already. So what you do is you take a red rubber and you mold it to the outside of a cork, of a spherical cork. Step two. So after you have your red rubber ball, you take yarn, 121 yards of 4 poly gray yarn, and you take 45 yards of 3 poly white yarn, 53 yards of 3 poly gray yarn, and 150 yards of fine poly carbon fishing yarn. I got that from the Sports Rep. So what you usually do, I couldn't be able to do this myself, but you can either hand wound it together. Usually that is done by a machine. Step number 3. Take 2 figure-8 coverings to the wounded ball, and you put them so that they're pretty much, they got to be exactly to a baseball shape. Otherwise, you're going to have creases in the ball, and it's not going to be a regulation worthy. So after you do that, you have to staple the 2 together to hold it in place. And then it's to the process of stitching. Now, stitching gets kind of tricky. I don't know if I could do this either. You take a red wax thread and begin stitching the ball. So as you're stitching, every inch of a stitch should be about 1 1/6 inch. And after every 6 inches, you should make a lock knot to it. And a lock knot is just basically you're tying a shoestring, but without the bow to it. So, and I also got this from the Sports Rep, that a baseball should have 216 stitches to it. So after you do this, you can roll the ball on a smooth surface. So like any surface, like a table or anything. I think they have these padded things for the baseballs. It's kind of really cool for the leather so that they don't get dents or creases and like the seams and stuff like that. And then this ensures the ball to make sure there's no lumps. And after they have to weigh it to make sure it's regulation. And for me, I actually, like during games and stuff, will take baseballs apart. And it's a really cool, because I get to explain to you guys about, the process of doing it. And I don't know even if I could put one together. It's extremely, extremely difficult. So that's it.